What's going on, guys? This is one and only Travel Time with Paul. Make sure you like and subscribe, share this video. I know I said I was gonna upload a video a few days ago, but I've been a little busy since I've been back in the Matrix. But here I am, hanging out with my best friend behind me, Marlo, my European Doberman. He kind of pissed right now because I won't just let him run around, because I need to give y'all this content that I promised almost a week ago. The title of this video is My Experience with a Top Woman. Now let me tell you guys, I've had great experience with top women. Of course, they wasn't from Pattaya. I've had good experience with top women. I've had okay experience with top women. And I've had some bad to extreme bad experience with top women. So I'm pretty sure you guys want to hear the bad experience first. Since I keep making all these series, guys, don't bring your heart to Pattaya. Well, let me tell you my story. Okay, so it's December 2022. I'm still fairly new to the country, been there a few months at this point, but I'm still new to the culture of Pattaya and how women do things and what they do for a living to get their money. Now, when I first got to the country, I was going to places like 808, Flex, all these places where the other brothers from America, go to. And I was meeting a lot of women. And a lot of the women I was meeting, they was giving me the peace leave for free or whatnot. Now, I'm so green. I'm green as Kentucky grass, not knowing these were freelancers. But the reason I didn't know, because they wasn't talking about money up front and they wasn't charging me up front. But then I would wonder, after seeing them a couple of times, why I didn't hear back from them. Like, what's really going on? Well, truth be told, they saw I wasn't really to pay. I wasn't willing to pay them, because first of all, I didn't know that was their profession. I'm still new to the country. I'm not knowing 8 out of 10 women in Pattaya, maybe 9 out of 10 women is a freelancer. I'm thinking maybe you got to go to like the spots to really meet them where they hang out at, like Soy Bucal, Soy 6, Soy 3, Soy 7. I didn't think I could just go to the mall and get a random woman number that's dressed conservative, and she turns out later on to be a damn freelancer. So I learned the hard way, guys. So I'm still new to the country, right? And I got to talking to this older cat. He's been in Thailand since '94. He told me if I want to meet the good quality women, I got to go hang out at the malls. Pattaya got a couple of good, decent sized malls or whatever. So I go to the Central Mall not to look for women. I was going there to look for a polo shirt and a couple of lacrosse shirts, but the lacrosse shirts ended up being just as high as the ones in the Matrix or whatever. So I didn't get them, and plus they didn't have my size. They only had 2X. Well, I was looking for a 3X. As I'm walking out the mall, I run across this beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, dark-skinned top woman. She had to be every bit of 4'11", and she was curvy like a 1922 Coca-Cola bottle, the glass bottles. Her hair was past her booty. It was almost to the floor. But the day I met her, she had it in a ponytail. She was like a dark caramel complexion with eyes that'll hypnotize you and leave you mesmerized for centuries. The woman was so attractive, a freshman would have spent his whole college tuition trying to spend time with this woman. So she turned out to be 28 or 29, and we got to conversing for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Then I asked her for her WhatsApp. Got her WhatsApp, thinking she was a normal woman. The woman spoke better English than me. She elegantly spoke her English. She was well spoken, like she went to a university or something. Well, come to find out, she dated a guy from Tallahassee, Florida for like 10 years or whatnot. Nah, my bad, 6 or 7 years. And he taught her how to speak English really well. But I'm gonna get to that point because everything he taught her wasn't a good thing. So I get her WhatsApp. We talked on the phone for hours the first night I met her. It felt like the late 90s when Jacket Edge, Next, and all these R&B groups was making hits, R&B singles for relationships on it. That's what it felt like. It felt like I was back in high school. It felt like I was back in high school talking to my high school crush that I always wanted to get with. And I didn't get any red flags. My antennas didn't go up. I'm thinking, man, I need to tell my sister about this one. I think I met a good one. Not to marry her, because I wasn't looking for a wife, and currently not looking for it right now. But I thought maybe if me and her hit it off, I wouldn't have to take a chance on meeting any more women and take a chance of running across another freelancer. So me and her scheduled a date for the following day after we met or whatever. We was gonna meet at the Skyview, which is a restaurant that's next door to the chocolate factory, overlooking the beach. It's like it's on a bluff. It's overlooking the beach. You can look down and see the sand, people on the beach. You can see the water. And then if you go there like 5 or 5:30 in the evening, you can see the sunset. Then they got it where you can stand there and take a picture right in front of the sunset. So it was like a decent, small romantic getaway. So we went there, and man, let me tell you, this lady can hold some great conversations. I know what they mean when they say conversation rule the nation. So I'm saying, and I'm thinking to myself, this is one of the first time women I've met that I ain't had to take out my phone and go to Google Translate. Cause yes, They speak English in Thailand and in Pattaya and Bangkok, but sometimes you from time to time you still have to take out your Google Translate. So I asked her, have you ever been to like America, or you ever been to the UK? Because if y'all heard her speak, y'all would have thought she was from America somewhere. Where it turns out she never even been out of the country. She didn't even have her passport. So she asked me, what did I want to do once we left the Skyview? I said, it's up to you. Nah, my bad. She said it's up to you, because Thai people, whether it's man or woman, they like to use the term, it's up to you. I don't know what's that about. So I asked her, what would you like to do when we leave here? She said, it's up to you. My mind thinking, oh yeah, maybe we need to go back to the condo. I'm gonna get her back to the condo. There ain't nothing else to do. So we leave the Skyview and we catch the taxi or whatever. I put in my address to go to my condo. We goes up to the condo and we started, I brought my Fire Stick to Thailand. You can bring your Fire Stick to Thailand and use the Wi-Fi and watch American movies and etc. So we watched some of the latest movies that came out or whatever. Avatar 2022. She wanted to watch Woman King, which I don't like that movie at all. I think that movie give off a feminist agenda, but that's another story, but I digress. So we watching all the latest movies that came out in America or whatever. And before I knew her, she started kissing me and one thing led to another one and we got to some intimate action. Laid down, I held in my arm and we got to talking again until we dozed off to sleep. The next morning, she said she wanted to introduce me to her family. I'm thinking, all right, cool. She like me enough, she gonna introduce me to her family. Never did she really tell me she had a daughter or whatever. She said she had a baby father. She just said she had a baby father from Florida or whatnot. And he was African American, but I didn't know whether or not it was a son or a daughter. So I got to meet her daughter for the first time. Her daughter was a 9-year-old biracial girl. Her daughter spoke English and Thai. And her daughter was very gorgeous. It was times when me and her daughter, we went places, they thought I was the father because her daughter got African American features, the nose, the eyes, and etc. You know, you could tell she biracial. So I got to meet her 9-year-old daughter. I got to meet her sister, not her sister-in-law, her cousin-in-law. And I got to meet her young sister who was about 25 or 26, who owned her own small coffee shop. And she did nails on the side or whatever. Her sister made an honest living. She had a small business. And she came out very innocent. When we first arrived to the shop, the sister was back there praying, because you know, in Thailand, they Buddhist. So the sister was back there praying and whatnot. Then that's when she introduced me to the sister when she got through praying. And we hugged each other and shook hands and everything. The sister was like, so did he, Kai, whatnot. So the girl I was with, she asked me, what would you like to do this evening? Before I could answer her, she said, there's a Japanese buffet that opens up around 5 p.m. I would like for you to take me there. I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm thinking it was really just gonna be me and her. I didn't know she wanted to bring her daughter, her cousin-in-law, and her sister. And this when the red flags started coming in. I'm like, cool. I ain't never been to a Japanese buffet. The Japanese buffet in Thailand, they bring you the little things on the table with the fire coming from it. You could go to like, you could go get a plate full of raw meat and you cook it at the table and you eat it right there fresh. I thought that was kind of cool and the meat was actually kind of good. So when it got time for us to go to the Japanese buffet, this is when she dropped a ton of bricks on me and she said, I want my sister and my cousin-in-law and my daughter, they going too. I really didn't think much of it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. She said, but I want you to pay for all of us. I said, damn, really? Are you joking? She said, yes. I pulled her to the side. I said, I understand you mean well, but I wasn't planning on paying for all you guys. I was only planning on paying for you. I'll even pay for you and your daughter if all three of us go. That's cool, but I ain't trying to pay for a whole family. How much is this Japanese buffet? I think it was 220 baht per person, which is, hell, I can't think straight right now. I think that's about $5 or $6. I would have to look at the currency conversion app again. But it really wasn't that expensive, but it's just a principle. If I pay for all y'all, then you gonna think, oh damn, I got him pay for me and all my families. I wonder what else I can get him to do. It wasn't a point that I was gonna spend a lot of money at the Japanese buffet, but I'm not foolish enough to think, cause she was able to test me to see will I pay for her and her family. Next, she probably gonna ask me to buy her a damn house or some land out in East Song, which is where she was originally from. So I pulled her to the side and I had a long conversation with her and I told her, no, I won't do it. I'm only paying for me, you, and your daughter. So she said, okay. So she ended up paying for her. She ended up paying for her sister and her cousin-in-law. I saw her sister need ice real bad because you gotta have ice for the business that she run. So I was nice enough to order 3 big bags of ice for her sister. And her sister thanked me for 10 minutes. And then I bought her a brand new scooper at the 30 baht store, which is around 90 cents in American money. So After all that, after we got done doing all that, we go to the Japanese buffet and everything going just fine. We sit down, we all eat. Then that's when the other red flags came. There was a table full of Russian guys sitting next to us, but they was behind her. Sit down. It was a table full of Russian guys. They was sitting next to her, but they was behind us or whatever. She started flirting with them. Me, I ain't really think none of it because I'm not insecure. It was just my turn. Maybe my turn was almost up and it was them Russian guys' turn that was sitting behind me. Well, little did I know, it turns out she was a freelancer. She just didn't charge my ass. But I found this out after the incident with the Russian dudes. So she started flirting with them and they started smiling. They started smiling like they ain't never saw a beautiful woman flirting with them before. So then I told her, hey, chill out. Like, I'm with you. I'm sitting right here. How you just gonna flirt with a table full of, my bad, man. My shirt looking like fluids because the weight of the microphone is bringing it down. So I'm like, how you just gonna flirt with all these Russian guys in front of me like I don't exist? So she said, I need to have a talk with you. So she pulled me to the side. She took me outside. She told me, baby, I'm a freelancer. The only reason I didn't charge you and never brought up money because I like you. Don't push it. And I'm like, what the hell? You a freelancer? She said, yes. Now I'm flirting with them guys because I'm trying to get customers. At this point, I'm ready to leave the fucking restaurant. I'm like, damn, she done turned me all the way off. I'm ready to go now. So I go back in the restaurant. I'm looking dumbfounded. I'm lost in the sauce mentally at this point. So now I'm sitting at the restaurant quiet as hell with a poker face, not trying to show no emotions. I'm keeping a still lid on my emotions. Until she hit me with another ton of bricks along with some center blocks. Paul, I said, what's up? I want you to bang me and my sister. When we leave here, I want us to stop by the 7-Eleven and buy some whipped cream. Now they do have 7-Elevens in Thailand, but they night and day versus the ones in America. So she said, I want us to stop by 7-Eleven and get some whipped cream, and I want you to spread all on me and my sister titties and thighs and lick it off of us. I'm sitting here thinking like, she really talking like this in front of her 9-year-old daughter and her cousin-in-law, who was a little older, probably was in her early 50s. But they sitting there like they oblivious to it, like they used to this. And I'm like, oh, hell no. How is this any different than an Americanized woman? If y'all met this woman and had a conversation with her at this point when she was talking like this, y'all would have thought she was from Zone 6 out of East Atlanta some damn where. So I say, are you serious? How can you talk like this in front of your daughter? Yo, you do know your daughter understand everything you saying, right? Cause she speak English too. She said it doesn't matter what she think. I want you to bang me and my sister tonight. Now, I didn't tell you guys this part before I found out she was a freelancer. 20 minutes before I found out she was a freelancer when she was flirting with the Russian guys, I had just hooked her sister up with my homeboy in Bangkok, who's educated, retired from the Air Force, and he does day trading. And I thought, oh man, her sister got a motorbike and got her own car, and she got a couple of small businesses. This would be a good fit for him. Well, little did I know her sister's business was struggling, and her sister was about to lose her place. So what she was trying to do is get her sister foot wet by setting me up with her sister, and I was gonna be her sister's first clientele. I was gonna be her sister's first customer, cause she had to talk to her sister into being a freelancer. But I didn't know none of this until after the fact. So I'm thinking like, wow, you really talking like this in front of your daughter? And she doubled down with it. So I said, you know what, I'm ready to go. Can we get the check? So the check came. It was on one bill, and I told the waitress, nah, I'm supposed to be paying for only 3 people. Can you fix this? Cause what that happened, her sister had ordered a couple of wine and some alcohol or whatever. So the bill ended up being way more expensive than it would have been if they just ordered food. So they fixed it or whatever, and she ended up paying for her sister and cousin-in-law. So we leave out of the restaurant and we waiting on the taxi. She asked me again, can me and my sister stay the night at your house? I want you to pay us 4,000 bahts a piece. And at this point, I ignored her because now I'm turned off. I'm bragging to my sister on how I met a good Thai woman. The whole time, this woman was putting on a good show, and she was an actor. She played the role better than Vivica Fox and Jada Pinkett combined. She had me fooled. So I'm ignoring her at this time. We get in the car. We go back to her cousin-in-law's shop or whatever, in her sister's shop that they was working at. We drink. I don't drink or smoke, so I'm drinking on some orange juice from the 7-Eleven. They drinking this brand, this beer called Shane, whatever it's called, from Thailand. And I guess she got a little liquor in her system, but I'm still sitting here dazed mentally, like, what the hell just happened? What's going on? Now, what I didn't tell you guys, I found out later, because somebody knew her. Pattaya ain't that big. She took her baby dad, who was from Florida, down through there. She won't let him see his 9-year-old daughter. She got him blocked. Hell, he don't even know where they at or whatever. And he tried, his wife back in Florida is a lawyer. So the wife tried to help him get custody of his 9-year-old daughter from Thailand. But because they in another country, it was kind of hard for them to do. So make a long story, sit down, boy, sit, stay. So make a long story short, I'm sitting there when I should have been catching the first thing smoking to go to the damn condo. But my mind was already made up. I knew I wasn't gonna call her, or I never wanted to see this lady again or whatever. But I didn't have anything else to do, so I was bored, so I hung out with him because the whole mood changed. We started having fun and we started playing cards together. So she never brought up the topic of her and her sister going back to my condo. Until after an hour of me hanging with her, she asked me again, can me and my sister F you? And you pay, and then she added more money to it. You give us both $6,000 a piece. At this point, I'm pissed. I'm like, could you stop asking me that shit? What's wrong with you? I mean, are you okay? Do you got mental? Your elevator must don't get to the top. That's what I told her. Why the hell did I have to say that to her? She got on the defense. Now, mind you guys, she only 4'11". She got in my face and started pointing, pushing my head with her index finger. Don't you talk to me like that. What's wrong with you, nigga? I'm like, nigga, who you calling a nigga? She was like, bro, what's wrong with you? I said, get your hands out of my face. Don't touch me. Get your hands out of my face. Then she slapped my forehead. I say, hey, man, I'm about to go. She said, you ain't going nowhere. She pushed me back down. So I said, you know what, man, you crazy. I wish I had known all this when I met your crazy ass at the mall. She started punching me. You MF, you. I said, you know what, it's time to go. Oh, man, when I got up, I guess, because her cousin-in-law didn't understand English that well. Her cousin-in-law thought I got on the defense and was about to do something to her, I guess. So her cousin-in-law, big fat tail, jumped up and ran and got a jug and started hitting me with it, talking fast and tight. I'm like, what the hell going on? The 9-year-old daughter started screaming, stop, guys, stop. But I'm getting hit. Then the sister jumped in and she started punching me. I said, damn. You call this submissive? Who would have thought some little bitty Asian women would be beating up a big black American guy like this for no reason? All because I didn't want to pay her and her sister to go home with me. What the hell going on? So the cousin-in-law ran to let the door down so I wouldn't get away as I'm getting hit by the jug with the sister, an empty jug at this point. But then I ran and I let the door up to try to get out of there and run down the street to catch a ride. The 4'11" woman that I was talking to jumped on my shoulders and started biting the back of me, and I started screaming, what the fuck wrong with you? Stop, get off me, damn it. And she started biting me hard as hell, then punched me in the back of the head, but I was able to get up out of the damn shop or whatever, and I'm talking noise as I'm walking off. I said, damn, what the hell, these women are crazy as hell. I gotta get on my channel one of these days and warn these guys. All Thai women ain't like this, but if you break up with them the wrong way, what happened to me with that woman can happen to you guys, but maybe even worse, because I've heard a lot of crazy stories. So I leave, right? And I jog up to the 7-Eleven to catch my ride. I get back to my condo and I put a little bit of alcohol on the bite wound. It was her. She bit me. She bit right into me. She almost bit a chunk of meat off my back. Somebody knocks on my door. I'm thinking, man, she done sent the police over here because she stayed the night over there the night before. I should have looked through the peephole. Nope. I open the door. It's the 4'11" Asian leprechaun. She runs right in and charged me and starts swinging at me quick. So I said, what the hell wrong with you? Man, I'm about to call the police. Get the hell up out of here. Get out of my house. Get out. She started swinging. Then after she got through swinging, she sat on the couch and started crying. I get tired of you black guys from America. I'm tired of you guys. Y'all all do me wrong. Y'all break my heart. All I try to do is love on you, treat you well, but you don't love me. I'm like, what the hell? Man, you know what? You stay here. I'm leaving. Because I'm like, if I call the police, they gonna most likely take her side and probably beat my ass in the process because she could tell them anything. So I don't want to take the chance of calling the police and then they do some more time on me. I get them there and I tell them what's going on and they take their hats off and give me a good left hook, then kick me with their right leg and I'm laying on the couch, knocked out, dazed off. So I didn't want to take that chance. So I said, you know what, I'm leaving. Instead, this crazy woman got up and just ran up out of the condo, didn't yell or nothing, she just ran to the elevator and I stopped and I looked at her. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? So I instantly got on this site called Agoda and I booked me a hotel quick in case she was going to get some of her Thai homeboys, then bring them back to my condo to beat my ass. And I wasn't going to be there. So I hurried up and booked the hotel and caught a damn ride to it and I stayed the night there. She kept blowing me up. And I'm like, nope. Then eventually I blocked her after she called me for like 30 minutes straight and I stayed at the hotel. Then I went back to my condo when the coast was clear and I told my homeboy in Bangkok, block her sister number. She tried to put her sister on me, and come to find out her sister was down with it because she needed the money. The whole time it was a setup. The dinner date, introducing me to the family, all it was to get her sister comfortable around me. And then if I was thirsty enough, I could have paid to sleep with her sister, and I would have been the first customer. And yes, I really was gonna be the first customer because her sister is very religious, but her sister struggling so bad with her small business. So she see the money the one I was dating is making, which I had no idea this woman was a freelance. She played that role well. And what you gotta remember about Asian women, they can be a freelancer. But when you lay down with one of them, they so tight between the thighs, you will never know it unless they tell you, or unless they dress like it, or unless it's a dead giveaway they having a body full of tattoos, which is a red flag in any country you go to. So that's my experience with a Thai woman. I got a lot of them, but that's one of the crazy stories. I wanted to give you guys an epic story since I haven't been uploading in a few days, and this was one of them. Make sure you like and subscribe, share this video, and I got more content coming. I'm gonna mix it up because this channel won't be only about crazy stories, and guys, don't bring your hearts to Pattaya. So until next time we meet, I'm out. Deuces.